Hey, chat. Oof. Hello, Ninja. Alright, we best get to it. That's the end of the countdown. So, hello and welcome back to the Pod Plays through the 11th hour, Spooktober. Now, across the break. So, I had been saying that I remember having a puzzle like this as a kid, except that it had little wooden blocks. And I actually looked that up, and it is known as Klotsky, and it's even got like published papers about making algorithms to solve it. The only trouble is that the optimum algorithm for solving it, or at least the steps to solve it, is that the child puzzle I had as a child isn't quite the same as this one. So you'll notice that the 2x2 is at the back, and the sides have the 2x1s, and then there's a 2x1 horizontally, and then at the bottom are the 4 1x1s. Whereas in this, the 1x1s have started on the wrong side of the 2x1s. Which means I totally didn't spend like 3/4 of an hour generating a series of diagrams to help me solve from getting to the start position of the known solution to the Klotsky problem. So we're going to execute this. So the first step is to put the 4 chairs, these things, in a little zigzag and shove that over. So, I want down, down, across, across, up, across, down, 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 across, across. And then that lets us squeeze you up and you across, which then lets us bring you back, you back down, all of these up, which lets us bring you across, and you down, and you back across, and you back across, and you back across, and you up, and you across. Okay, ta-da, we've successfully reached... Is it this one? Yeah, we've successfully reached this one. In fact, we'll bring back the arrow of this is the step we're up to. Yeah, there we go. And then flippy flip. No, I don't want more of those. Flippy flip the thing I have. And if I have to give this a bit more screen, then so be it. Okay, so that's the one we're up to. And now we want to continue translating along the required steps. So the next thing is I want to get a second 2x1 down this corner. So we go here, here, across, up, across, in, no, in. And God, this would be so much easier from a top-down view, but they really wanted to do 3D animations. Well, animations of 3D objects. 3D renderings. Okay, so now we've got this. Then we can... Next we want to execute this one. Now that's where we are, and then we want to do... Come on. This one. So move. Come on. Come on. Let me select the bloody chair. Oh my god. Come on. Hey, Rompy. Hey, Finboy. God, the new... Yeah, I don't like the changes they've made to OBS, but whatever. That's my problem. And I am ready for round 2. I am unfortunately joining the Wellington Hours, yes, Romby. Just move that way. Thank you. And now this can move across, and then these can move up into that space. Okay, and then... So now we're up to this. And then I want to shove this thing all the way across. And then these things come down and fill that gap. Come on. Thank you. Down. Down. And then... So we got to that one. Now we're doing this. Okay. And then... No. Okay. And then they're up to the next one. Oh, too far. There we go. So we're up to this one, and now we execute this one. How have I been? I was a sleepy boy today. I woke up briefly when Dark Young slandered me. I was roused by his slandering. Whilst he was playing his Fallout. And I was awake for an hour or two, and then I went back to sleep. Till more or less now. It's only slander if it isn't true. I heard my name mentioned. He was discussing my complaining about EU4. And it wasn't true because you were playing more EU4 at the time. But anyway. So what are we doing? We're trying to get... How do I go from this to this. We move you up. And then we move these across. And then these can come down. And then these can go across. Come on. I need you to go across. How many total hours do I have now? I think I'm at like almost 13. 13 and a bit K. Yeah, 13 and a half. Soon we'll be coming up to the big 1444. Okay, and now that that's here, we can scoot you over, you down into the gap. So we're now executing this one. Yes, objective is to squeeze piano out. Precisely so, Resty. Is it a home decoration game? It's a slider puzzle hidden as a home decoration game. Traditionally, this is presented as a warehouse problem, supposedly. And now you squeeze over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you. And then... how does this last bit happen? Okay, and now that I've completed the bit of the homework that I did for myself, we can transition from my home-generated solution. So my home-generated solution, the one I made myself, totally not doing homework this morning, whilst listening to Dark Young's Fallout stream of these, now brings us to the known solution via published academic paper. So blah, 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 blah. And I think there's actually some really fun in here. I had one of these puzzles as a kid, but never managed to solve it, which I think is the same as true for me, because I said I remember having a puzzle like this, and that's why I managed to look it up in part. I definitely remember having a wooden puzzle like this, and it at least had 2x1s and a 2x2, but I don't know if it had this combination of 1x1s and 1x2. I think it did, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I bought one as a birthday present for one of my brothers. In the passing years has not noticeably improved my ability to solve the puzzle by hand, but now I have a degree in computer science, and it struck me that this looked like it might have a state space small enough to make for a simple brute force search feasible. And then he gives us, here's how I conduct the thing, and if you want to go to the very end, it actually gives you the explicit... I'm not actually sure what language this is, but it gives you the code, readable enough, of how you would actually go about generating the solution algorithm, or the solution finding algorithm. And I'm happy to make use of that in combination with my hand-drawn homework component. It looks Dutch. It was in English. Let poses map, add directory, positive. I mean, all the commenting is in English. Oh, you mean the writer? Carl Weiberg? But anyway. Anyway. So, from here. This one. So we want to go... Come on. Move up. Move across. Move up. Okay, now we're on step 1. Step 2 is move this down. Step 3 is box you in, box you down, box you across, box you up, box you across. Come on. I know there's two possible options, but go where you've been told. Okay, and that brings us to... That brings us to step... I had to... So, Doraniku, I did have to do this bit where I manually by hand created the block diagram of how do I manipulate the puzzle. So I solved this bit of how do I make the puzzle as presented in the game transform into the same shape as the published solution to the classic puzzle, because they don't start with the same block arrangement. And there was certainly not the harder bit, because the harder bit is moving around these ones, moving around the 2x2, but there was still a fair bit of fiddling moving these 2x1s and 1x1s around to get into the position where I can use the literature solution as Dr. Blobber. And as well as reading the paper. The paper was good fun. Now, where were we? We were up to step 7. We were up to this one. So then it's... Move you back across. And then... Up. And then across. And then across. If someone else has done it, you don't need to. I mean, is researching the Klotsky... is this different to just looking in a walkthrough? I would claim somewhat. I had to solve some of it, and I'm doing research as opposed to looking at a walkthrough, but... In any case, at this point, it's mostly about getting to the last of the FMVs, from my perspective. I'm going to try and do all the rest of the puzzles by hand, but... Now, where are we? We're at number 11. And then 12 is slide this one across. If you think about it, I'm just being extra efficient by not using the walkthrough. We are going to be using the walkthrough for one thing. Where are we? Because last time I got sick of... Oh, you can't see it. Last time I got sick of waiting for chat to tell me where the items are. Because I actually don't care about the... when you get given one of the stupid word hint anagram solvers to find the item that lets you get to the real puzzle. So I am letting myself, this stream, we will be continually... the whole lot, not just the last little bit like last time, using the where do the items exist solutions. But that's all that I intend to be using the explicit walkthrough for. Yes. Take out the tedium. Get to the actual fun bit, the puzzles. And if you want to call me a Philistine, then call me a Philistine away. This is how I'm enjoying the game. And I won't tell you how to enjoy yours when you play it, and would ask that you do the same. Now, where are we? We're moving this guy down because we're at step 13. And then step 14 is move that table across. And then step 15 is move you up. And then you up. And then you across, and then you down, and then you across. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. And then 20 is this one. Apparently we need to move this back. The face cam shows us the pain in your face. 45 minutes into puzzles, you aren't fooling us. The PDF is covering most of the puzzle now. Not sure if deliberate. Sorry. The PDF is covering most of the puzzle. Oh, sorry. Yes, that was for showing you the walkthrough thing. My bad. Let's cut that back to just being this. And in fact, I'm going to rearrange these windows a little bit, even if it makes my life a bit more painful, so that we can, or so that I can see chat at the same time, because new OBS is garbage, and I wish I hadn't clicked the allow me to auto update button. I sincerely wish that at the moment. So we're up to, if it isn't broke, why fix it? I broke the rule about not updating if it doesn't add something that I want specifically, and that is my stupidity. So we're here. Next we're up to 21. Supposedly we move you down one. No. We move you down one. And then add chat back with a browser source. No. I mean as in if you look at primary display, which is going to go infinite hall of mirrors in a second. Except that it's only showing you a fraction. Well, no, and I can't be bothered expanding that. But basically, the little side window in OBS that shows you chat is garbage at the moment after the update. Hall of mirrors. Except that we want the other display. See? This thing with the giant text. Skywalker, Skywalker, Skywalker. And I can't read it because it's black on a black background and it's just hideous and useless at the moment. Whoever made it should feel bad. Man, OBS is ugly. I never used anything other than it, so I don't know no better. And if it's old man blobber for streaming using old technology, I'll live with that. But it lets me manage scenes a lot easier than I think the other one does. And I think it has a lot more fine control over stuff than the other thingy. Now, where were we? We had just moved chair down, this one down. We're up to 22. Except that, what's going on here? We don't need Hall of Mirrors. There we go. We're up to 22. Morning, Maria's banana. 22 then is move you down by shoving this down and this down. Come on. There we go. And then piano across, this across. Holy moly, the sound effect on dragging the piano takes forever. You across, you across. You up one. You up one. You up one. You up one. These across one. Yes, that looks right so far. 33. This comes across. So no, I did some homework. Now what's going on? You... across, down, across. You've got to put these in a row to move them around. And then... up. I'm actually surprised this comes out of the corner now, but it comes out of the corner. And then it fills in up here. And then these two come down and you manipulate that across and that up. And then what are we doing? So that's gotten us up to 44. And then this one. And then you come down one. And then you come down another. And then this comes down. And presumably we shuffle the table, or the 2x1 across. So this. No, the other way around. You shuffle up here. Come on. Okay, and that gets us up to 49. And now you shuffle across. And then you shuffle up. And now we move you into the corner. And down. And across. And across. And up. And into the corner. I'm going to assume. Yes. And then down. So I've got 3 sofas in a row now. And what's next? You into the middle. And then this one comes back down. This one comes back down. And then you across. And then this one up. Really? Oh, we're going to shuffle these chairs around and cycle things around this way. Yes. So that goes up, that goes up. That goes up. And now I've got all the sofas in a group. And we can shuffle these 2 down, so we can shuffle you down. At least I assume that's the next thing. Yes. And then ta-da, we've made progress at moving the piano towards the exit. Their brute force solution is optimal. It is equally optimal. There are multiple solutions, at least because it's symmetric, that will take the same number of steps, but they have found one of the optimal solutions. That said, the little bit that I did via diagram, I make no promises about being optimal. This is probably suboptimal, but who knows? Not me. But it got me to where I needed to use the other solution. Now, obviously if we've moved the piano down, we want to move the chairs behind the piano. That seems obvious. Then what? Then we shuffle you up. And now it isn't obvious to me what we would be doing. We're going to shuffle you across. And then you across. So that gets us up to 79. And now you up, you across. At least I assume you across. Let's go have a look. Yes, you across. You across. You down. Piano down. Cycle these 2 Come on. Around. Okay, and then this shuffles over, this shuffles over, this shuffles over, this shuffles up. This shuffles over, this shuffles over. Down, down, down. Down. Okay. And now the piano does not have any sofas in the way. No? Yes. So I managed to guess what all of the steps between that page and this page were, reasonably enough. Shuffle the pianos to the... shuffle the sofas to the back, and then... this... No. You go up. Come on. Again, this would be much more pleasant if it was a top-down view. Across, 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 up. Come on. Come on. Solution! Scrolly, the last half dozen steps, which were easy enough to intuit without needing the actual thingy.
You got lucky that time!
Okay. Now what? Do we have a new thingy? No, we don't. We were meant to be looking for, harp strings in here.
A defective truck with crane makes for a ball-busting ballet.
A defective truck. Clunker? I don't know. With a crane. Or maybe it means truck with crane is an anagram. Tank. T-A-N-K. Makes for a ball-busting ballet. Yeah, Nutcracker. That makes sense for the ball-busting ballet.
Truck and crane. An anagram.
I did identify the anagram.
Start with letter N.
Nutcracker. Truck and crane. N-U-T-K-R-A. Yeah, okay. Truck and crane makes Nutcracker.
Aren't, balls called nuts?
Okay, and then we happily make use of the great big list of where are the actual items hidden, because I can't be asked finding them all. This isn't, as far as I'm concerned, the good bit of the game. This is the bad bit of the game, and I don't mind skipping over it. So, Nutcracker is in the hallway. Here. Now, which hallway? Because I don't remember seeing a Nutcracker in this hallway. Paintings, for sure, but a Nutcracker? There was the lion as well.
Oh, do I like busting yours, Carl?
With a nut force, anything can be a nutcracker. Oh, this little thing. Hello! We never noticed you before. I didn't know that it was clickable.
Hey, Sweetberry.
It's that time again.
This soon? Come on, I just...
Shut up. Just take this knife and get that TV producer.
Holy heck. So she's been getting him, she got him to murder, presumably, the man that he disposed of the body of, the guy that he was hunting through the woods Blair Witch style, and now she wants him to kill the TV producer. Give me a sec, I need to do the lights. It's getting a bit dark. The side effects of waking up so early, waking up so late. Alright. Now I look bright-eyed and bushy-tailed again. If there's anything more important than my vanity around here, it better be my ego and nothing else.
Look at key missing first misprinted label.
Look at a key missing first misprinted label. Well, first and misprinted seem like they're obviously smushed together in an awkward way, so they're probably an anagram.
This is 2 clues. Look at key missing first letter?
A EY misprinted label?
Misprinted label. A mixed up word?
An anagram? And then we consult the magic thing, and it's supposedly what? What's a misprinted label? Oh, actually that doesn't actually help me because
EY plus EBALL equals eyeball.
what? Oh, if you write label wrong and add in EY to label, you get eyeball. Okay. Yep. Have we seen any eyeballs? I mean, there's tons of eyeballs in paintings, but I think they mean a, like, detached eyeball. Which I don't remember seeing. And then... what does the thingy tell us about eyeball? Eyeball is in the games room. Fair enough. Wasn't that this one? Oh, there was an eyeball. Oh, it's even got the bits for connecting the optic nerves.
Disabled cutting edge.
Broken knife?
Disabled. Maybe the word itself?
Bladed? B-L-A-D... B-L-A-D... Blade... Displayed? Displayed? Okay. Displayed knife.
Lose the prefix to disabled.
No, it's just blades. Okay.
It's an anagram.
It's an anagram.
The cutting
Wow.
edge is a blade.
Okay. And what do we have? We have cleaver. There is a cleaver in the kitchen.
You're not making the cut, Carl.
Wait, what?
Do I put you on edge?
That voice line certainly does. Okay, it's not a cleaver. There's also the axes and stuff in the what's some thingy? In the chapel. Going to the chapel. No, cutting edge as in blade. One more, and then left. I love cathode ray tubes. Ugh. Ugh. We still have a bunch of old CRTs out in the shed. Okay, this is maybe it.
Oh, do be careful. I simply must speak to the housekeeper about putting all these things away.
Maybe. No? Okay. What about... There was a sword? Yeah.
Go ahead, Carl. Make my day.
And there's an axe.
Hello? Is anybody home in there?
No, not either of those. Huh. I really would have assumed that it was one of these. If it wasn't the cleaver. So what's the hint again? Blade. Temple's room. Oh, there's a different... Okay. Well, I should have looked at the solution sooner, but whatever. I'm at least trying to go with the ones that I remember before. Oh god, no. Wrong place. Trying to go with the ones I remember before resorting to the walkthrough for where everything... For where the items are. Not for where everything. I'm not using it for everything. And which room? So we're in this... No, this one. And it's in... that one. Oh my god, I went through the... Exclamation mark, idiot. My bad. Not navigating properly. Turn back round. Go back through. use the correct exit. Okay. Last one on the right. Why have they got handcuffs? I mean, the hairbrush and the hand mirror I can understand. Does the guillotine
Taking a
count as
shot
blade?
in the dark, are you?
Murder! Ah. There's a dagger embedded in the bed. That doesn't look like it's going to be pleasant. Okay, so he lets himself into the rented room because she's sleeping in a motel and he's in charge of the motel. Oh. And then he diddly-erdlers her.
Unreasonable reason.
I'm sorry, if you remove reasonable from reason, you've just got unable.
A reason. A motive?
A locomotive?
Unreasonable. What? Nuts? Loco?
Trains.
Crazy?
Yes, trains. Okay, we know where there's a toy train. Considering how basic so much of these graphics are, the way that the lion statue reflects light is actually really impressive. It actually looks like shiny and like marbly, textury sort of shininess. The train is in the corner here. Where is it? Down there. So he stabbed her and then ran her over with a train?
Paper used in unusual thesis.
Paper in unusual. Punusual. There's too many U's for me to think of a decent word that matches with that. Nah, I don't know.
Unusual thesis. Mixed up thesis?
Oh, come on. That doesn't hint that that's an anagram. These? Which would be the same. Oh, wow. What can that even be? Thesis. Sheets. Yeah, can be sheets. Close notepad. Mixed up sheets.
It's some kind of
Paper sheets. Okay, paper sheets. We know where there's paper sheets. There's paper sheets on the desk in the in the room that used to be the hint room in the previous game. The ground floor room with the telescope. The library. Because there's the paper sheets and there's the fountain pen and inkwell. No, wrong one. This one. And then on the right. What? Come on! This is paper sheets.
Say, have you done any jeans ads? I never forget a dumb expression.
Okay, where is it? Burden's room. Oh, also the doll room is open now. Well, I remembered the wrong stack of papers. What I get for not immediately resorting to the walkthrough. Table of where items are. What other homework did I do? I learnt the algorithm for how you solve slider puzzles. At least ones that are 3x3 or larger. As part of my homework. Next on the left. So I successfully had worked out one part of the algorithm, but now I know the part of the algorithm for how do you put things in corners, which before I was just guessing about, more or less. He's feeding the house dead bodies. Basically, we're up to 2 of them. Oh, we got a new hint.
Adroit, holding a sharp instrument.
I mean, a sharp instrument would be a blade again. Oh no, not expecting me to know French again, Dora and Coot. No.
If you're adroit,
Yeah, I
you're
thought it meant
handy,
adroit as in
smart,
this
clever.
sort of thing. Clever is cleaver. So maybe it is the cleaver in the kitchen this time instead of the axes in the, or the sword in the, going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. So down to the kitchen, we'll try the cleaver, and then if that fails, I'll actually look at what the solution is. Between Cleaver and the hint at it being, like a bladed thing, it seems reasonable to think it's the Cleaver. That is the least chopping like action I have seen someone do.
Hello, Chuck. Are you ready?
Ready? For what?
Soup's on.
Soup's on. Soup's on.
How about a chuck roast?
A chuck steak.
Chuck him into the soup.
Okay, new
A
hint.
deserted arthropod.
So this is Bug, isn't it? Memory says this is Bug.
Deserted is misspelled. Or is it? An arthropod could be a crustacean.
I mean, technically, is it bugs or crustaceans? I think that arthropods are like bugs and crustaceans. Yeah, bugs and crustaceans. Yes! My taxonomic nomenclature, I am... What's the anagram? The anagram is, do kinky people often find great sex? Domain, kingdom, phylum? Domain, kingdom, phylum, do kinky people often, order, family, often find, genus, sex, species. If you ever have to remember the order of taxonomic nomenclature, there is a slightly saucy little anagram. Okay, crabs. We haven't seen any crabs. Desert crab? A desert bug?
An arthropod abandoned by natural selection could be one that is extinct.
An extinct thing. There was a kabuto. What are they in real world? They're not called kabuto. They're trilobites. There's a trilobite in the lab, I think. Let's see. What does the real solution thing tell us? Well, let's see if there's more hints. Hey, Forest Maggie.
Deserted could mean made into a dessert.
Really?
One extinct arthropod
Yeah.
is a trilobite.
Okay. Do. And it isn't in the lab. I'm misremembering. It's in the food room. It's in the cake room. Yes, Forest Maggie. Today I'm just letting myself, because I got a bit tired with waiting for chat hints on where things are. Today I'm just letting myself use the table of where things are. Although we still try and see if I can guess what the things are before I look at the solution. Now, where was... No. 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 Matches. Plates. The thing that I have no idea what it is. This to me looks like the sort of thing you put across a door to stop breezes coming in at the bottom. Candlestick. Tea set. Painting. That thing is a trilobite? Oh, it's meant to be a trilobite cake. Okay, I was thinking of the Kabuto. I'm sure we've seen a Kabuto somewhere. Well, what actually is a Kabuto? Oh, one that's turned into food. Okay, it's been made into a dessert. Hardy, hardy, hard. Okay, so this feels like we're playing some sort of game against Faust again. Is it Connect 4? What is the game? Hint?
Now, what the heck is a trilobite?
You're playing against Stealth.
You're playing against Stealth.
Get 4 of your bonbons in a row before Stealth does. Drop a new bonbon onto a stack by selecting a vertical section of the trilobite.
She sounds like so excited. Now, how do I force him to go here? That's getting dangerous. No, he's scuppered me. He beat me to... No, I've been defeated at a children's puzzle.
Hello? Is anybody home in there?
Oh, that's embarrassing. Connect 4 is a fully solved game. I can believe it. So he's going to want to go there. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that diagonal.
If you
Yeah,
only had
that's my...
brains.
That's just stupid. That's just me being stupid. I was looking this way and thinking, next turn I win here. Herder. GG. 4.
Curse you!
Okay, you've got to click again.
Six 264.
This is another one of the telephone ones.
62 64.
You don't like the
466.
Slurpy noise? Let's go look at the telephone. Notepad. What was the numbers? Six 3264625. Except that I should put spaces in them. 663264625 space 4 6 space 2 space 6455466. Actually, you guys can see that, although I'm gonna have to work out just there we go. Alright, and then we go look at the telephone. And we say that this could be MNO God damn it. MNO 3DEF. So probably the word 1 at a guess. Could also be Ned. Could also be Ned. Now, 2 ABC. ABC. 6 GHI 4. No, 6 is, sorry, MNO. 4 GHI 6 again, MNO 2 ABC 5 JKL. I mean, OCK looks good. But then nothing makes sense for 2. Like, the fact that there's this O here basically means this has to be O, right? And then very few things with BL. Very few things end with BL. One clock? No. 1. Is a boggart something? Keep going, I can come back to the second word. 1 boggart? Anyway, yeah, that's good advice. We can come back to the second one. 46 G. No, we're up here. G H I M N O in. I mean, that's got to be A. It's not going to be B or C. 1 something ok in and then we've got M N O G H I J K L J K L G H I G H I. Except that I screwed something up. No, it's not GHI second time, it's MNO MNO. That is hard to see working. There are so few vowels. It's almost got to be I. It almost has to be those two L's then, because very few words have JJ in them. And we've got to be careful saying those letters together, or else we might summon him. But then actually, I don't think this one works either. Let's double check that this is right. MNO, G, JKL. Million, MILLION. Yeah, I would have gotten that eventually. Million. 1 something in a million. 1. So that implies a chance. You think you've actually got this one? Oh no, I'm being defeated by Finboy. If you had to play this game, you would weep. A-N... Ang... NAL might also work as the end. Cognal? Cog is the, like, only 3 of those first 3 letters that make sense, because unless it's like A and I suppose it could be A and I. Annie. Annie. And then the end can be Nal. 1 Aninal? Is an Aninal something and I don't know? Aninal? It could be animal missing an M. Let's assume that it's animal missing an N for a moment.
Is there an animal in a word here?
No, there's animal missing an M. Right? Oh, no. Instead of Nal, it can be Mal. 1 animal in a million. Okay, we got there. After enough grinding. 1 animal in a million.
It's another number substitution cryptogram.
Yeah, we worked
The
that out.
animal is in the word million.
Lion! We were talking about how cool the, how cool and how good the, marble lion is. Like, I think that this is possibly the thing I think looks best in the whole game. Cheers, Lister. That's a reminder to people. Submit to twist my arm to play more Pokemon before Violet and Scarlet. Let's get rid of this.
You don't like cats.
Oh, she's meant to have a cat scratch.
Who's there?
You've been afraid of them ever since you were a little girl. Ever since you and your sister drowned the kitten in the toilet.
How did you know
Poor little kitty.
I didn't mean to drown her.
Poor little dead kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Ooh. It's a cougar. And not just our TV producer. Yeah, like, look at how beautiful and reflective these textures are of the light patterns. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a cougar, and she's being attacked by a large cat, yes. And yes, I do, Finboy. I've even played New Snap on stream before.
Drink
You wanna check it out?
left at sea.
Exclamation mark YouTube for a link to the YouTube channel where they're playing some Pokemon. New Pokemon Snap is on the YouTube channel. It is so very pretty. It is. I don't like the scoring system. I hate the scoring system, but it's very, very pretty. Drink left at sea. No, I don't know.
A nautical term?
Ah, drink left, drink port. Port wine. Port.
Not starboard.
Port. Yes, I know my PNS. I have my boat license.
Left on a ship is port.
Yeah, but what about port? So where is their port? I don't particularly care. Port is in Nox's room. Which is second on the right. It's left in the direction of the boats forwards. It doesn't matter which direction you are facing, it matters which direction the, Is this it? It matters which direction the boat is facing. I don't know how we were supposed to know that was port.
Sorry.
Any other kind of wine, but
Didn't
whatever.
see you come in. Just sampling a little something from Stoff's cellar. Would you, I guess not. After all, you don't have time for that now, do you? You're looking for her. I know. We all know that. But you see, someone is coming for you. You can't get out. Have you tried the front door? It's quite impossible. And now, you'd better hide.
He explodes. Do we get a new... Yes, we get a new one.
Snake. Baby. Trap.
Why is he speaking so slowly? Snake baby trap. Baby snake. I don't know the name for a baby snake. Like puppy is baby dog or foal is baby horse. I don't know the word for baby snake. Is there a word for baby snake? Hatchling, maybe? Word for baby snake. Snakelet! Aww. Snakelet trap. That's sort of like anklet, which might have been the things that were on that table in the other thing. Let's check that out first. So, maybe the things that I took as like manacles. Which room were they in? So that's the bathroom. No, it's the other way. Maybe the things that I took as manacles were actually anklets? Trap anklets? Anklet traps? We'll see. Then we'll ask for the next layer of hint. These things. These look like they might be ankle... Like you put them around someone's ankles so they can't walk very far.
Shaking you up, Carl?
Alas, no. Okay, next.
A type of snake?
A type of snake. Blue-ringed octopus, taipan, rattlesnake, red-bellied black snake, king taipan, death adder,
Something a baby uses?
a baby uses a dummy, baby uses a crib, a baby uses nappies, a baby uses a rattlesnake. Rattle. Have we seen a rattle? There's no babies in this. Have we seen a rattle? Oh, also, we haven't gone to the doll room yet, which we totally should go to. So let's go actually do a puzzle for once. Those are old school handcuffs. I mean, I can imagine you using handcuffs like that on ankles to stop someone moving around. Like, what are the, like, ankle handcuffs that slaves would have? That's what I'm imagining. No, wrong thing. Got that 3D head. Shackles. Yeah, okay. I think manacles are for hands, but maybe. Okay, we've never been in here. What items are there? There's a crib, but it's not interactable. There's, oh god, not the blocks. Not the, Get Toy Tad or whatever it was. Where there were like 100, well, not 100, but there were like 9 possible solutions and only one of them is the right one. So it was the first time that the stupid hint book actually just said, here is the answer. Oh, is this a mini version of the swap the bishops around from last time? So last time there were 4 of these instead of 2. So what was the pattern? The pattern was... Why can't he move here? Okay. No, except now I've scuppered myself, because I can't move here and I can't move this guy. There we go. Now you can go here and you can go here. Except no, you can't. But you could go here. That feels worse, not better. No. Go back
Try
to the start.
thinking about the solution next time.
Also, shout out to the Tinker Toys they used for the grid. The children blocks? Oh, these things. I don't know these things. You're saying this is a toy. I don't know this toy, sorry. What is it, like Meccano? No, that's terrible. You here. You here. They probably both have to be on the big set of 4. No, that doesn't work. There we go. Big sets of 4. Did I just put them back where they came from?
Are you trying to think or have a movement?
I put them back where they came from. Okay. Herder. Herder. No, scuppered. You need to be here, you need to be here, you need to be here. And you need to be there. There. No. Back there. No, that's even worse. Back at the start.
This looks like
It's
another
the 4 longs.
case.
The 4 longs are the
unsolved.
other thing. So 4, 4, 4. All right. Oh, I didn't click
As if it
off.
would
I was
be
clicking the
that
bishop.
easy.
You. Grrr, grrr. Okay, so you. No. But if you go there, then you can go there, and you can go there. And you can go I've done the same thing of not actually rearranging them because I'm an idiot. Fair enough. Maybe?
You can tinker with it all you want.
I
but
keep
you
putting it back
won't
the way it
solve
starts.
it.
Yeah, okay. You know what? MS Paint. Print screen. Paste. There. Now I'm not going to think that I'm sorting them to the wrong sides. Okay. Here. There. There. And then into the corner thing. And then there. There. No, you stay there. You go here. You go there. How are we gonna do this? It's gotta be the 4s, right? And then you here, and then you here. Okay, but how do I get you, one of you in there? There we go.
You got lucky that
It is the
time.
long 4s. You use the long 4s to avoid the others. Creepy little doll.
Oh, did you win an ugly baby contest?
I'm quite handsome, thank you, narrator man. There's a bottle. It's not a rattle. What the heck?
Is today a good day to die, Carl?
That does not look like a toy ballerina. That looks like a real ballerina. No, a Jack in the Box. The crib that we already spoke about. Oh, it's a little crane.
There must be a better way to find things. Ouija boards, divining rods.
We're meant to be looking for a
fortune
rattle
cookies.
snake.
I have a dead plant with more intuition.
I kind of thought that that was the sphere bit of a rattle.
Ha! As if it would be that easy.
Yeah, I was explaining the hint to people, Forest Maggie, that the hint was rattle snake. There's a toy truck. Maybe it's really hard to see on the ground. Maybe it's not even in here. Let's have a look. We have done the doll room now. The nursery. You need to go through the secret passage to the nursery. Well, now I've got to look for a secret passage. So that's the door we came in.
Sure. And I've got this bridge you might like to buy.
Because I'm gullible. Yeah, secret passages do the come hither. Like that. As opposed to the you didn't say the magic word. Oh. I don't like that. There's something that I don't like about that toy soldier. Anyway. Oh, please not the blocks again. No, 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 anything but the blocks again. It's a necklace? Or maybe a toy snake? It's a toy snake. Which if we thought we were looking for a snake... That looks like a rattle.
Now, if we could only find the baby that goes with it.
I want my mommy!
Ugh.
I want my mummy. And what do you want? Not your mummy. I'd guess
Who are you?
success, power, influence, money, fame. Some of us want even more than that. I thought that all I wanted was money. Enough wealth for, a lifetime or two. But that was just the beginning. And all that it wanted, all the house wanted, was merely to exist. Of course, like so many things, to exist, it must be fed.
What are you talking
It
about?
needs dead
To
bodies.
live, it must eat. That's not too much to ask now, is it? And what is it that you want? What can this house, my house, give you? Success, power, influence.
How can a house give anything to anyone?
Never doubt the power of this house. You've seen its magic.
You're saying I can have anything I want.
Name it.
Never doubt the power of this house.
A letter from Greece is quite a number in Rome.
Oh. A letter from Greece. Oh. But I thought we used the Latin alphabet, not... And O isn't a number in Rome. M is a number.
The letter is not a missive.
Yeah. The letter isn't a piece of correspondence.
The 24th letter of the Greek alphabet.
I mean, I can name them, but I don't know that I name them in order. Alpha, beta, delta, gamma, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, kappa, mu, ni, rho, mu, upsilon, psi, chi, omega, something along those lines. Greek alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu. We're going to count 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is sigma. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so they should have just said the last letter of the Greek alphabet. Omega. So... Omega is quite a number in Rome. Omega M, Momega, Romega. There is no 0 in Roman. So Omega without the O. Yeah. Yeah, nicely done, Dorit and Ku. Omega without the O because there is no Roman numeral for 0. Which is then Mega.
In Rome, it is 11.
Okay, but the answer is not Mega. It is XVI. Oh, sorry, XI, not 14. 16.
It is XI.
Z? Did I
Now,
count
where
my,
have I seen
Did I
that?
count my numbers wrong? Greek alphabet. I'm sure I counted up to 24 and we got to Omega. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, z, omicron, phi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon. Maybe they use a different... Maybe they don't literally mean it's that number letter. Or maybe they sort their letters in a different order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah. My Greek alphabet, or at least Wikipedia's Greek alphabet, puts Omega as last. But whatever. Omega is the... Okay, the game's just wrong. Great. Where have we seen Roman numerals? We've seen Roman numerals on the clock. Because it was a old-fashioned grandpappy clock. Close my what is the Greek alphabet Wikipedia page. You have to be over here before you're allowed to interact with the clock from memory. We're meant to interact with the 11.
No, don't say it!
It's about time.
Tell me what you want. The world is waiting.
Robin.
Carl! Carl, where are you?
Never mind him, he's an illusion. Tell me what you want. Your own show. Your own network.
My own network.
Like that. Is that what you want?
Robin!
Is it? Say it!
Don't!
She's gone.
Who are you?
Samantha. I'm the one who sent you the game book. I've been trying to help you save Robin.
Samantha, why are you doing this?
I hoped that you could defeat the house, but the house is too powerful. We're all so
You can never win against the house.
got to get out now.
The house always
No,
wins.
I just can't leave her here.
Help! Carl! Help me!
Don't go, it's too late.
Samantha, I'll see you later, all right?
This 8-letter word has K-S-T in the middle, in the beginning, and at the end.
But that would be 9 letters.
That's impossible. There must be a catch. KST isn't in the beginning. In is.
This 8-letter word has KST in the middle, in the beginning, so inkestat. Notepad. Inkestat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inks. Stain? No, but then it's got stat. Oh, it's... No. In the beginning, ink, stat, ink. Oh, and at the end. Okay. Ink statin. Oh, not at the end. In at the end. Okay. No, but then it doesn't have an A, because it's inkstin. Yeah. Well, presumably it means ink stain and you're just meant to find the missing letter.
In at the beginning, KST in the middle, and at the end.
Inkstand? Oh, it has and at the end, not and at the end. And at the end. Okay. And. Inkstand. Yup. Yup. Oh. Ludicrously large text. There we go. Inkstand. Well, we've seen the inkstand with the, well, what we think is the inkstand. That wasn't the, what did we claim it was earlier? The sheets. We claimed that it was the sheets, but it wasn't sheets of paper. It meant sheets as in bed sheets. Yeah, where you put your quill, or in this case, a fountain pen. At least I assume so. We'll check it out, and if it's not that, then I will resort to the walkthrough. Play in my dollhouse. And it just writes it again. Okay. In lovely cursive script. Wish my cursive was so neat. My cursive is a bit of a scroll. Ooh, and I never noticed the pipe collection. It writes extremely neatly. Yeah, it's definitely got its pen license. Definitely. Okay, dollhouse. Last time in the last game the dollhouse was in the nursery, but I don't remember seeing a dollhouse in the nursery this time. Also, will it tell us which one it is in by this? No.
I'm losing contact. The connection is getting weak. I'm losing you. I can't read you. Do you read me? Hello? Hello? I'm losing contact.
Okay, and then it's looping. So no hints for this one, says the game. Well, let's check out the doll room and the nursery. It's also one of the last rooms we gained access to, so it would make the most sense for it to be here. There's a doll. But not an actual doll house. Jack in the Box, chest, seat, window, truck, ballerina, bottle, chest of drawers. I don't know how you want to say it. Chest of drawers with mirror. Painting, painting, doll. Doesn't look like there's a dollhouse. We'll try the... Come on, let me try in here. The heck?
Not even in the ballpark. In fact, not even game day.
That looks like a dead body with collapsed legs and something. Oh look, there's little aliens and a skull thing. Oh. Oh my god, are we actually gonna play Go? We're actually gonna play Go. Do we get told the rules?
I'll clean up the floor with you.
Or is the hint lady...
You're playing against Stauff. Get 5 of your pieces
But she
in
said
a row,
her signal was
or capture
lost.
5 pairs of your opponent's pieces to win. Try not to let Stauff get 4 unchecked pieces in a row, or else you are doomed. Do you want me to make the next move?
No. Let's have a go at this first, and let's make a save.
Can't stand the heat? Then get out of the kitchen.
I'm not allowed to save. Okay. Maybe it's that you're not allowed to save
Let
because
me know
it,
when you have a clue.
How do I go away? Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. I want to save. I'm still not allowed to save. Let me save, game. I'm still not allowed to save. Once you solve the inkstand, saving is disabled. Well, the game better not crash. Does it just kill everything in between things that you have? Do you have to surround it on 3 sides? But he surrounded my things on 3 sides and it killed everything.
I
don't get the rules.
Of your brain.
Let's keep investigating.
It's not developed yet.
It feels like he wants to go one of these and capture this one. How does that not kill that one? It's surrounded. Boo! Boo! Okay, so you're allowed to fill in holes. He's about to get 4 here. He has got 4, and I can't block off both ends, so he wins.
Good luck next time, sport.
Reset.
Ha! As if it would be that easy.
Thank you. No. Oh. How did that work? Because there was still an outside side. Maybe it needs to be surrounded on only 3 sides? My dedication to finishing this game amazes me. Well, thank you. Let's try that. No, you see, I surrounded that on 3 sides and it didn't capture it. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed at not understanding the capture mechanic, but we'll keep investigating.
I've seen bird droppings smarter than you.
On the other hand, I think I have him kind of boned now, right? Because... No, he could capture them. Okay. Although maybe I could just go there again. Yeah, nah. But I can keep forcing him to, So I'm allowed to lose any number of things, but he's only allowed to lose 5?
Curse you! Reporter baffled by logic. Film at 11. Good luck next time, sport.
Maybe it's 10 and not 5. Or maybe it means 5 sets of 2. What is the next spooky FMV game I plan to play? I don't know if the next Spookums game is going to be a FMV one. Yeah, that was the literal worst first move. Yeah. I got distracted talking to chat. Exclamation mark, idiot.
If you only had a brain.
No, because if I go there, he can kill. But if I go here... he can capture here at the moment. But now he wins because he's got 4 in a row there. Yeah, that's my bad. Except, no. And I can't take any of them diagonally. Yep. My bad.
Let me know when you have a clue. I took a picture of your brain.
It's underdeveloped.
But it's not developed yet.
What happens if we get to the end and nobody has won? I wonder.
Good luck next time,
oops.
sport.
Yeah, that's my fault for misclicking this one. If I had have clicked that one correctly here, I would have been 1 turn ahead and gotten 5 first.
A lot of intermarriage in your family.
That's an effect of this thing not being a, like, clear indicator of which exact point you're clicking at. Now he's kind of screwed.
You got lucky that time.
Build intersecting diagonals until he can't block both ways at once. I have no control. This is moving all by itself. So into the room that had the 3 teleporter doors.
Oh God, help! Please, no, no more, no!
Robin!
Hello, Carl Denning, and welcome to Let's Make a Real Deal.
The hell are you?
Hi, I'm Monty Stone, your host on Let's Make a Real Deal, and if I got a real deal for you, I wonder what I've got in my pocket. 6. Count $600. Now, Carl, here's the deal. You can keep the $600, but you must choose a door. Be it door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3.
Oh wow, we were talking about this just yesterday.
Give me $200 and see what's behind the door of your choice. Well, Carl, what'll it be?
We were literally talking about this
Now which
probability and statistics yesterday.
It's behind the middle.
Yeah, it's the Monty Hall problem.
Behind door number 2. A big screen TV.
Because someone was asking what are the odds
Isn't
of being
this
bad
fun,
at statistics.
Carl? Let's make another deal. You can keep the big screen TV and the $400 you still have, or you can give me 200 more. It's what's behind another door. Thank you. What a player.
Let's see what's behind door number 1 here.
Door number 1.
Yeah, it's very unintuitive to be good
Marie.
at statistics.
She can be yours absolutely anytime, night or day.
Anytime.
Imagine the hours of enjoyment, the fun you'll have with sweet Marie. Much more exciting than watching TV.
You can watch me if you'd like. Be strong, Carl. Don't give in to temptation.
Damn it, I thought that TV was unplugged.
Choose me.
What a choice. Marie. Sweet, sensual, sexy Marie. Or Samantha in a wheelchair.
What's behind door number 3?
There. Door number 3.
Is it our girl?
Carl.
It's
I'm
our
so
girl.
scared. Please choose me. Save me.
So unexpectedly, this is a harem game.
Anything and everything. Don't listen to them, Carl. You'll be lost forever.
Shut up, Samantha.
He's afraid of you, Carl. Choose me. Destroy the power of this hellish house.
Carl, you have to choose me. After all we've been through, I need you.
Anytime, any place, any way.
I want to destroy the house.
What'll it be, sport? Choice is yours.
Destroy the house. Destroy the house.
You must choose before the clock strikes 12.
That's easy. Destroy that house. Yeah, I got to pick.
Welcome, Carl Denning. You made the right choice.
It wasn't easy.
No,
I hated leaving Robin behind.
I know. You risked your life for her, but it was too late to save her.
So, what happens now?
Come and see.
It wasn't easy. It was very easy. Click on door 2. Go, 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 go.
You won, Carl.
Yes, destroy the evil house. No one will ever have to find a hidden object ever again.
She was lost the moment she said yes to stuff.
No one will be tormented by bad anagrams. The puzzles were good, but the anagrams were just terrible. All right, and so we reach the ending. Can we escape the Yes, yes we can. Enter to start a new session, load to load a previous, play to view the 11th hour. Oh, so we can watch the whole thing from start to finish now? No, it meant start a new game. Well, that's grumpy. And can we see the other endings? Not unless we complete the puzzles again, because I didn't save just before the real ending. Is there an autosave? But the autosave is in the new game. What do you reckon? Do we go... Does this just do one move of the puzzle?
You should have been a mover, Carl.
If this just does one move, I think we call it a,
Do you want me to solve it for you?
Okay. We can do this little bit again, just to see the other endings. So it was... So this... No?
A defective truck with crane makes for...
Yeah. Come on. It was... Nutcracker. I want to see the other endings. Honestly, it's a little obnoxious for the game not to let you make a save right at the end. I suppose the idea is you're meant to, like, enjoy playing through the whole game again to get to the other endings. See you, Forest Maggie. Thank you for your help. So it was Nutcracker.
Look at key. Missing first misprinted label.
And then it was I. The I was in... Where was the I? The I was in... Where was the I? The game room. Okay. Yes, it's one of the pool table balls. Yes. Let's get to the ending again. So we've got blade, locomotive, sheets, cleaver, lion, port, rattle, Z inkstand.
Disable.
So blade. Shouldn't take very long. Next.
Unreasonable reason.
The locomotive. No, wrong door. Oh well. We'll live. So what do you think happens, chat, if we pick Satan Girl and if we pick Girlfriend? Do we live happily ever after with Girlfriend? I'm willing to bet they have happily ever after ending with Girlfriend. And I don't know what we get for... I have no real guess for what happens if we pick Satan Girl. So, Loco...
paper used in unusual...
Yes, the sheets. In Burden's room. So forwards, left, and then the first door on the right. Facing the wrong way. Try again. Try again. The sheets. Okay, next.
Adroit, holding a sharp instrument.
Cleaver, kitchen. What are the other endings? No, I went the wrong way. Yes, I went the wrong way. 1, 2, 3. Forwards, right. Come on, keep going. Yes, already had it. Yes. Cake room. You can't walk into the door unless you walk slightly forwards. Now we can walk into the room. Can't be asked.
Now what the heck is a trilobite?
Just solve
You're
it.
playing against...
Yeah, I know.
Get 4 of your... Do you want me to make
Oh my god, it's one of the ones that asks for a next move. No. So we're gonna have to win at Connect 4 again. Oh my god, it's really dumb.
You'll not find the next one as pleasant.
Alright. Next.
Six 6632646254626455546.
This was the animal one, which was the lion. Because I had trouble getting animal out of the telephone code. And now we remember to save this time just before the inkstand. Okay.
Drink.
Wine. In, I think that one. No. Unless it was on that bedstand. No.
Are you at sea over this one?
Come on. Other bedrooms. Knox's room. Okay, so 2 forwards. And then right. This one? Yes. rattle. Yep. Chess puzzle. So it was hop on the long diagonal, hop on the long diagonal, hop on the long diagonal. No, you gotta hop off here. No, I stuffed something up. Hop on the long diagonal. Hop on the long diagonal. You can go there. You could go here. There we go. Well, not quite, because now he can't come here. This one should be able to move here. Thank you. Oh my god.
Too much of a strain on your little brain.
Nope. Oh, come on, I had this.
You can tinker with it all you want, but you won't solve it.
I totally will. It was use the
You've
long
got to
diagonals.
win.
Okay. There we go.
You got lucky that time.
Next. Rattle. No, 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 turn around, 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 turn around. Rattle. And then... I wonder if you even have to look at the clue. What happens if you just go click the answer without looking at the clue? We haven't actually done that yet, so we'll find that out. So next is the 11. And then we save before touching the inkstand so we can look at the two endings. The two other endings. Oh, you're not allowed to interact with the clock until you're standing in front of the kitchen.
I don't think 11 is your lucky number.
What?
A letter from Greece is quite a number in Rome.
Yes, it is.
The letter is not a missive.
Okay, you do have to click on the thing. Which means that we won't be able to look at the inkstand till we click that. Go, save in front of the inkstand, defeat the game that's a little bit like Go twice, and see the other two endings. Okay, up to the hidden nursery room. strategy was create intersecting sets of diagonals until he can't block them all off at once. Oh, he's gone for 5 of his own.
If you only had a brain.
Too focused on my own victory condition. My bad.
Let me know when you have a clue.
Gotta be careful. Else he'll get 5 here. But now I win because he can't block both ends of that. Oh, I didn't know that. Come on, it so looks like I can use the last tile. No. Well, that's my bad. Yeah, let's just reset. I assumed I could use this last row of tiles, but you're not allowed on the very last row, and you're not allowed the very top row either.
Are you trying to think or have a movement?
Oops. Oh my god. I'm getting destroyed. No, no, no.
I'll clean up the floor with you.
You're playing against Stuff.
Hello? Is anybody home in there?
Come on. Yes. Now if I go here, he has to go there. So what I actually want to do is something that isn't that. He's one step ahead of me in terms of creating the intersecting things there. That one works. So does that one. Yeah, that stops me going across here and here. Oh, that's a miss. Click. I really wanted it to be there. So I have to force him to put something here? Hey, Wild Wolf. No, now he wins because of the center. That's my
Can't
bad.
stand the heat?
Yup.
Then get out of the kitchen. If you only had a brain.
Gotta be careful if I don't block that then. He'll be able to go either direction. Sure, that works. Ah, bugger. Let's fall there. Yep.
Let me know when you have a clue.
Gotta be careful, he's up to 3. So that should work.
I took a
No,
picture
it's
of
not.
your brain.
You can only capture 2,
but
idiot.
it's not developed yet. Keep at it,
My mind was saying I
Carl.
can capture
Even a blind pig
ones in the
finds a
middle.
truffle occasionally.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm allowed to get up to 10. Ah, he's got 4 there.
A lot of intermarriage in your family, stupid?
That's swiftly becoming awkward. have to go here, or he wins because he can place one on either end. Ah.
Let me know when you have a clue.
Well done, AI. On the diagonal. No, that's probably... Yeah, that's game. Yeah.
You're
That's
pushing
my
your
bad.
luck, dimwit.
No, because then they can take me on the diagonal there. But down works. And so does up. Except that he's beaten me to having 4 in a row there. Well, bugger.
Keep at it, Carl. Even a blind pig finds a truffle occasionally. Ha! As if it would be that easy.
No, because that will let him take there. That looks alright. He's getting a bit close to winning there. Although I can go here now.
Curse you!
And he has to go there. No, he doesn't, but I win next because I can put 4 and he can't block both edges. There we go.
You got lucky that time!
So, who do we pick, chat? Do we pick Sexy Satan Girl or do we pick Our True Love? Hmm? Also, as if they don't have the game in the game room.
Oh God! Help! Please. No. No more. No.
Robin!
Hello, Carl Denning, and welcome to Let's Make a Real Deal.
The hell are you?
Why, I'm Monty Snow, your host on Let's Make a Real Deal, and if I got a real deal for you, I wonder what I've got in my pocket. Count 'em, $600. Now, Carl, here's the deal. You can keep the $600, but you must choose a door. Be it door number 1, door number 2, or door
And
number
it's
3.
Sexy Satan Lady
Or you can give me $200
on the left.
and see what's behind
Destroy
the
the
door of
house in
your
the
choice.
middle.
Well, Carl,
Innocent
what will
girl
it be?
and evilified girlfriend on the right. Oh wow, we can't actually skip the... It only exits the audio. Well, I have the regret. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on. No, it just exits fine. We're going to have to wait. I was hoping it would skip the video, like in the FMVs in the book, but it's not skippable. So, Sexy Satan Girl. And then what's behind door number 2? Why, it's Innocent Girl. And then what's behind door number 3? Why, it's Girlfriend that we came here to actually find. There we go. What's behind door number 3? Girlfriend! I'm going to assume Girlfriend is the real ending, so let's go for Sexy Satan Girl. Pick me. No, pick me. No, pick me. Okay. The disappointment. Does she murder him? Oh, there's audio. Really? This is a bit raunchy.
What a deal.
Oh, it turns into stealth.
I'll let you in on a little secret. Because you're so special. Those are good. Would you like a bite? Some choice you made, Carl. Don't look so sad. I'm not that bad.
See? Sure you wouldn't like a bite?
After all.
It's you!
Mighty Morphing Power Style. So, bad end. And what if we choose girlfriend? What if we choose girlfriend? And what if we don't choose anything? Because it says you have to choose before the clock strikes 12. I think I want to try first. What happens if,
Play it again, Carl.
if you don't pick anything? There might be another hidden ending. So we just have to beat the AI at go twice more. Well, kind of go. Don't know why I was thinking about going up. The dollhouse is in the through the nursery secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Okay, let's try out. Don't pick anyone.
I don't know how we make this any easier.
Yeah, that's just me being too goal focused instead of looking at the enemy.
Let me know when you have a clue.
I think I had to do that or else he wins at the top. Yeah.
Are you trying to think or have a movement?
I think that works. But now I have to go here, or else he goes there and I can't block both sides. Now the same story here. Oh, I didn't see that.
Curse you!
He has to go there.
Too much of a strain.
Oh, there's
on
a
your
vertical.
little
No!
brain. What's the matter, Carl? Can't function without your cue cards?
Come on. What? Two? Oh, the diagonal.
Curse you! Curse you!
Oh, bugger, he's one ahead. Yeah, well done.
You're such a
Well
loser,
done,
Carl.
Leroy.
Reporter baffled by logic. Film at 11.
Victory.
You got lucky that time.
Okay, let's see what happens if you pick nothing. What happens if you choose not to choose? Is it ultra bad end? Instead of just bad end?
Oh God, help! Please, no, no more, no!
Robin!
Hello, Carl Denning, and welcome to Let's Make a Real Deal.
The hell are you?
Why, I'm Monty Stone, your host on Let's Make a Real Deal, and if I got a real deal for you, I wonder what I've got in my pocket. Count $600. Now, Carl, here's the deal. You can keep the $600, but you must choose a door. Be it door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. Or you can give me $200 and see what's behind the door of your choice. Well, Carl, what'll it be?
Hey,
Thank you. Now, which door?
it's behind the middle door.
Let's see what's behind door number 2. A big screen TV. Isn't this fun, Carl? Let's make another deal. You can keep the big screen TV and the $400 you still have, or you can give me 200 more and see what's behind another door. Thank you. What a player.
Let's see what's behind door number 1 here.
Door number 1. It's sweet Marie. She can be yours absolutely anytime, night or day.
Anytime.
Imagine the hours of enjoyment, the fun you'll have with sweet Marie. Much more exciting than watching TV.
You can watch me if you'd like. Be strong, Carl. Don't give in to temptation.
Damn it, I thought that TV was unplugged.
Choose me.
What a choice. Marie. Sweet, sensual, sexy Marie. Or Samantha in a wheelchair.
What's behind door number 3?
Pay up. Door number 3.
Carl, I've been so scared. Please choose me. Save me. I love you.
I'll give you anything you want. Anything and everything. Don't listen to them, Carl. You'll be lost forever.
Shut up, Samantha.
He's afraid of you, Carl. Choose me. Destroy the power of this hellish house.
Carl, you have to choose me. After all we've been through, I need you.
Anytime, any place, any way.
What'll it be, sport? Choice is yours.
You must choose before the clock strikes 12.
What? Just no ending. No ending. Nothing happens. What? Okay, and one last time to find out what happens if you pick girlfriend.
Oh, You'll never get
Ultra
this
bad
one.
ending. 0 content.
I penned this little problem.
Lazy devs.
You're dead.
No.
Wrong.
I don't know why I wanted to go upstairs. Probably because in the previous game upstairs was the end, and I'm like, we're going to the end. Turn back round. We want the dollhouse. Okay, save girlfriendo.
You
Victory.
got lucky that time.
Okay. Is girlfriendo also stealth?
Oh God, help! Please, no, no more, no!
Robin!
Hello, Carl Denning, and welcome to Let's Make a Real Deal.
The hell are you?
Why, I'm Monty Stone, your host on Let's Make a Real Deal, and if I got a real deal for you, I wonder what I've got in my pocket. Count 'em, $600. Now, Carl, here's the deal. You can keep the $600, but you must choose a door. Be it door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. Or you can give me $200 and see what's behind the door of your choice. Well, Carl, what'll it be?
Hey,
Thank you. Now, which door?
it's behind the middle door.
Let's see what's behind door number 2. A big screen TV. Isn't this fun, Carl? Let's make another deal. You can keep the big screen TV and the $400 you still have, or you can give me 200 more and see what's behind another door. you. What a player.
Let's see what's behind door number 1 here.
Door number 1. Why, it's sweet Marie. She can be yours absolutely anytime, night or day.
Anytime.
Imagine the hours of enjoyment, the fun you'll have with sweet Marie. Much more exciting than watching TV.
You can watch me if you'd like. Be strong, Carl Dane. Don't give in to temptation.
Damn it, I thought that TV was unplugged.
Choose me.
What a choice. Marie. Sweet, sensual, sexy Marie. Or Samantha in a wheelchair.
What's behind door number 3?
There. Door number 3.
Carl, I've been so scared. Please choose me. Save me. I love you.
I'll give you anything you want. Anything and everything. Don't listen to them, Carl. You'll be lost forever.
Shut up, Samantha.
He's afraid of you, Carl. Choose me. Destroy the power of this hellish house.
Carl, you have to choose me. After all we've been through, I need you.
Anytime, any place, any way.
What'll it be, sport? Choice is yours.
Girlfriendo ending.
You must choose before the clock strikes 12.
Thank God.
Let's go home.
The other members of the harem are disappointed.
The body of TV reporter Carl Denning was found floating in the Hudson River today. Denning disappeared during his honeymoon in Harley-on-Hudson after his celebrated marriage to Robin Morales, newly
'cause she
appointed
had to
president of
pay
the
with
Stealth
the body.
Broadcasting System.
And she used our body. Dark. Very dark. And so we have the endings. The various endings of the 11th hour. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm probably going to go take a bit of a break, have some dessert, then we might come back and try and knock off maybe one of the EU4 dictator streams, but we'll see. In any case, thank you for hanging out for the end of this. Hope you've enjoyed it. Those of you watching for the first time, considering that follow button will let you know when I am live again. Otherwise, I'm going to throw you all along to Edgar for the moment.